Carlsbad. People, Purpose, and Impact. An essential podcast for those who live, work, visit, and play in Carlsbad.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. My name is Brett Schanzenbach. I'm the president and CEO of the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce, and I am your host today. And I'm very pleased to have with me Nerissa, Zhang. Now, I tried to practice it. Did I mess it up?
No, it's totally correct.
Okay, good. Nerissa Zhang. Nerissa is the co-founder and CEO of the Bright app. Nerissa, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And this is an exciting time for you in your life. As we were chatting before we started, you're close to having your fourth little one.
Yes. Another little boy.
Another little boy. And you're 4 for 4 on boys.
Yeah.
Well, as a parent of 4 boys, I understand that's exciting and challenging all at once. It's a lot of fun, though. And we're here to talk about the Bright app, though. You guys are, and I'm quoting, the world's leading platform for live one-on-one personal training.
That is correct. We are the only platform in the world that enables one-on-one private training, fitness training by the hour. So people pay in sessions.
Paint that picture for people. So this is done over some kind of, Zoom or some kind of
That's
video
correct.
app or something?
Yeah. So we are a two-way video chat. This enables trainers to work from home, which has never been done before.
Yeah.
And they're able to work with clients all over the world and fill up hours that are empty that they can't get at the gym or their local neighborhood. And for clients, it is a great way to have physical fitness in your home without having to drive to the gym. And in some cases, some of our clients don't live near gyms that have personal trainers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And so this whole genre of personal training seems to be a bit in your blood. It looks like, from what I could read, you've owned or maybe still do a couple of private gyms in San Francisco in the past. Is that still something?
That's correct. Golden State Barbell Club is still open. If you're in San Francisco, come check us out. We are the biggest weightlifting facility in San Francisco.
Wow, that's amazing. So how did you get into all this fitness world? Like, what got you here to this point?
Yes. So over a decade ago, I had my first 2 boys. Mm-hmm. And I remember after giving birth to my second one, I had some serious bad back problems. And I used to work in the restaurant industry, and that's not good for your back either. And then I really wanted to change my body. And so one of the things I did was I went to the gym like everyone else. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do all these classes and I'm going to just, do this and do that. And I'm going to lose all this weight and look great. And it just never happened. And I realized, okay, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and pay for a personal trainer, which I thought I would never do. And I've never looked back since then. And after the value I got from my trainer, I went ahead and became one myself. And ever since then, I have over 40 certifications.
Wow.
I help build, manage, and own gyms in the city of San Francisco. And I loved changing my clients' body as well as their mental, physical, and spiritual. So powerful.
That's amazing. So over 40 certifications, that's quite accomplishment in and of itself. And then so through that process, that led you to decide to invest or become an owner of your own gyms?
Yes. So one of the things I gained so much out of personal training is strength training for women. I realized that men did it and they were so comfortable in the gym, but women aren't so comfortable in the gym and they aren't so comfortable with strength training. And I found powerlifting and weightlifting to be so powerful because it enabled me to feel stronger mentally as well, especially in my work life. And then I went ahead and encouraged a lot of women to do it when I was in San Francisco until I built up a little club called Bunny Barbell Club of women learning how to strength train and to use those same skills in their day-to-day life, rather, because a lot of them worked in tech and they work around a lot of men.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah,
so
sure.
Strength training is just, it's amazing. It's amazing the things that it does to your body. The stronger you are, the easier it is for you to, do a lot of extracurricular activities like snowboarding, skiing, helping with groceries. One of the things is like a lot of women just want to be able to bring up their groceries in one go.
Right. Okay.
Right. Or pick up their kids.
Yeah.
I had a lot of women who just wanted to play with their kids and not be in pain. Right.
Oh.
And when I found that to be so powerful, I realized that, more and more women should understand the value and the fact that you live longer, the stronger you are.
Yeah.
Your immune system is stronger, the stronger you are. And just change that narrative that strength training is only for men, but it's also for women. And so with that, I built, powerlifting teams full of women and men, but mostly women, and weightlifting teams. And that's why I wanted to open a weightlifting club, because I wanted more women to experience the power of being strong.
Oh, that's phenomenal. And, from what research I've done as just an individual, the strength training as we age, and I am definitely on that side of aging. It's good because we naturally lose some of our muscle mass if we don't intentionally do some strength training.
Yeah.
And for women, it's even like their bones can get more brittle and all these kinds of things. So
we break down is what I call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And women tend to have a lot of just issues with their bodies as they age without it, because we don't have testosterone, so we won't have as much muscle mass as a man would.
Sure.
And so if we're not building it when we're younger, it's harder as you get older. And so there's a lot of diseases and illnesses and cancers even that can take over the body if you're just not strong enough to fight it off.
Oh, that's interesting. So we're going to take a quick pause. We're talking with Nerissa Zhang. Now I said it the other way. Darn it.
That's okay.
Nerissa's from the Bright app. We're going to be right back and talk more about the Bright app itself and what it offers. So Nerissa, all of that background that you've had in performance coaching, owning gyms, led you to this innovation. How did you make this switch to an app for personal training? What was inspired that?
So, love working at the gym.
Yeah.
Love the community. But as I stated before, women don't like the gym. And I always wanted to make personal training more accessible. Mm-hmm. And on the other side of that, I worked with some of the best trainers in the world. Some of them having, masters in kinesiology, exercise science, and have trained professional athletes leave the industry because they can't make enough money. And when they work at a gym, they're giving 70 to 80% of their sales to the gym, because the gym has to pay for all the staffing and overhead and keep the lights on, right? Because gyms make no money off of memberships. Their money comes from the personal training. And it's just sad to see, because they really love what they do and the lives that they've changed. I've changed over 350 people's lives, from helping them lose weight to helping them be able to conceive, because if they're on IVF and they have to do certain exercises for that, or helping, clients who are diabetic or pre-diabetic. And it's just sad if we lose the people who care about those people as well.
Yeah.
And so I wanted something that enabled these trainers to have another option for their livelihood. And that's where the Bright app was born.
Oh, that's great. So in digging into that a little deeper, we could have two different kinds of listeners who could, take advantage of the Bright app, if I understand it correctly. First are trainers who, like you just said, maybe they train at a gym here locally, but they're trying to augment their income and their exposure. So trainers could reach out to you. Is that correct?
That's correct. For our trainers, they earn 40% more than they could at any gym in America.
Wow, that's a big difference.
And that's because we're the internet, right? The best thing about the internet, like what Airbnb did, was they enabled homeowners to rent their available room nights.
Right.
And it kept people from going under in their mortgages during the last recession.
Sure.
And so same, it's like, here it is, these trainers can earn, more money and work from home and pay their bills.
So that's phenomenal. So anybody out there who's in that world, so now obviously, you've said this a little bit, but they're training from, wherever they have access to. They could be training from a physical gym, but it could be from their house. It could be from anywhere.
Absolutely. They can train on vacation,
Yeah,
which has never
okay.
been done before. Our clients love that too, because that's never been done before. So if you're in Hawaii and you're in the Hawaii gym, instead of doing exercises your trainer set up for you, you can actually just have your trainer on your phone and be like, hey, let's do this.
Nice. So then the other part of the Bright app is the trainees, the people looking to connect with a personal trainer who and maybe don't want to go to a gym or whatever, or need more flexibility, more convenience than going to a gym, right? So now trainees, I'm assuming, and from what I looked at, they can go on your app and search for a trainer.
Absolutely. So what we switched from, instead of going through the app, they would actually go through the website and fill out a
Okay.
fitness assessment, and then our algorithm would actually match them to trainers that fit their needs. We found that to be better
Okay.
because 85% of our current clients are mostly women over 50, and they've never had a personal trainer, and they don't know how to choose one. And so when they're on the app, it's just too many options.
Sure.
And until we've grown in a way where we have reviews, which
Yep.
we want to build out in the next build, the fitness assessment tells us exactly what they're looking for, so it matches them with the best possible trainer.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so we should probably bring into bear here the URL of your website so we can direct people there. What is it?
It is www.getbright.app. That is GETBRIGHT.app.
Okay. Getbright.app. I've never heard of a .app before. So that's, I mean, I know they're always creating new ones, but
Yeah.
that's great. So getbright.app. Excellent. So they go on, they can fill out this assessment. You guys will help match them up. And then the benefits of this, besides just being, I mean, you're merging multiple benefits. You're merging the customizable focus of a personal trainer with this convenience of them, the trainee, I'm saying, not having to leave their home, or if they're a person who travels for work, like taking their trainer with them, like anywhere they go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is amazing.
And so that's what makes it more accessible, right? A lot of women, our 80% of current paying clients, don't go to the gym because they don't want to be looked at.
Yeah.
They don't want to be around their colleagues.
Yeah.
Or they're working from home and they're senior. And so they live in like the suburbs where there's not an Equinox around the corner, or a boutique studio, right? So usually city people have access to
Sure.
gyms, and gyms are around places of work. But now we have this whole hybrid work from home where people are like, well, I don't need to live in the city anymore. So why would I do that, right? But I can still have the convenience of a personal trainer as if I did live in the city.
That's exceptional. And when I was looking at your website, I was kind of thinking through it. And as a person, I'll admit, like when COVID hit, my wife signed on to Peloton. And, so she'll go on there and kind of pick little options. You can kind of pick, like, you want to work with your upper body or your lower body or whatever, bike ride. But so I was thinking through the trainees for you guys. They might need to invest in some dumbbells or some different little pieces of equipment, right? I would assume.
Oh, absolutely. The good thing about the pandemic is most people bought that stuff out.
Right.
Yeah. So they bought stuff because they didn't know what they were going to do with it.
Yeah.
The best thing about our clients is they have everything.
Nice.
A lot of them have their own Pelotons.
Yeah.
Right? But they're like,
Yeah.
I pulled a hamstring doing the Peloton, and they blame the Peloton. I'm like,
Yeah.
you probably weren't warmed up.
Yeah.
But Peloton doesn't talk back to you, so it doesn't tell you that, hey, before you go for this bike ride, you might
That's
want to
right.
stretch a little bit, right?
Yes.
And they have Bowflex trainers and mirrors, and they have all these gadgets, but they're like, how do I put them to use, or I get the maximum outcome from it? And so that's where our trainers come in, because they can get you prepped and prepared so that you can maximize your Peloton. So
Yeah.
you really can get out of it what you want.
Oh, that's phenomenal. So the starting point for somebody who's let's talk, there's two sides, the trainer and then the trainee. But if you're a trainee, the starting point is definitely the website that we already talked about,
Yes.
getbright.app. And then if a trainer who's hearing about this for the first time wants to chat with you guys, they would go to the website as well, or?
That's correct.
Okay.
So the website spells it out pretty clearly on the first page if you want to become a trainer and if you need a trainer.
Excellent. So that's the place to go. And the other thing that's amazing, so you know this because you've been on podcasts before, but podcasts kind of go everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing when we look at the statistics of like who's listening. But what's amazing about this app is you could have clients anywhere in the world and trainers anywhere in the world.
That's correct. We have people who live in Amsterdam or Germany training with trainers in Hawaii or New York, which has never been done before. We have, trainers in Montana and Texas training people in Florida. People in Florida training people in California. So that's the best part about it is as a trainee, you can get the best possible trainer than you ever could at your local gym. And then for the trainer, you can have clients from everywhere, which that's fun because trainers love having clients, but imagine having someone from Louisiana.
That is very cool. And I did kind of, you obviously had your roots in this business when you were in San Francisco, but I never really caught the story of what brought you down here to the Carlsbad area.
So we actually have kids.
Yeah.
And San Francisco's kind of tight. And it got tighter.
Yeah.
And we left 6 months before the pandemic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the funny part is we moved for more space, and we're so glad we did. Because we lived in Noe Valley, which was more space than the rest of the city, but still tight.
Yeah.
And we love it here. It's just so wonderful. The kids love it. They play competitive soccer. And this is a great environment for that.
Yes.
Yeah, San Diego's the biggest in the nation for kids soccer.
Well, I can say that we're excited that you guys chose the Carlsbad area because obviously with your line of business, you could have chose anywhere. Clearly,
absolutely. It was so funny because we didn't even see the home we chose before we got here.
Oh my
yes.
God.
I know. We definitely took a dive for that one.
Oh my goodness.
So we had a realtor who told us, because we were going to go to La Jolla, but she was like, just try Carlsbad first.
Yeah.
While we'll still look at places. And now we're like, we're never leaving Carlsbad.
Right on.
And it's our first time being here. It's the day we moved here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that is a unique story. Well, by the time this podcast airs and people hear this, you'll have already had Bambino number 4. So we wish you the best in all that process and healthy delivery and healthy you and healthy baby. So all things good, hopefully.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love having boys. They're so fun.
They are. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we're excited to see where the Bright app can go. I mean, I love being around people with vision and honestly, this is like a disruptor to the industry and I love that. And I'm excited to see it take off. So thank you for taking the time to come down and share with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us on our Carlsbad People, Purpose, and Impact podcast today. If you enjoyed it, please hit the follow button on wherever you get your audio. And please tell a friend. We would love to hear your feedback, which you can share at carlsbadpodcast.com. You can leave us a review, ask a question, or leave an audio comment, which we can play on the show in the future. And that's all we have for today. Can't wait to see you next time on Carlsbad People, Purpose, and Impact. And remember, share some kindness today. It's free, creates goodwill, and makes you feel great.